Hello everybody, Rumor here, Coach of your Gliscor, bringing you today's Week 5 PPL D2 Team Builder. Just a quick update from the team. Last week we went and had an unfortunate disconnect against Chaos in the Sky and the Boston Brainlums, which resulted in a 6-6 draw. Really unfortunate, but it didn't really change too much. We're still 4th in the standings going into this week, so hopefully we can improve and maybe get up to the top 3. In regards to the transfer window, I made the decision to drop Talonflame and add Alakazam because the weakness of rocks every week, having to plan around that, having to just the presence of rocks on the other team was tough to deal with, and I decided to go with Alakazam. Alakazam is also something that is harder to prepare for than Talonflame. Talonflame is usually, choice banded or Swords Dance, so decided to go with Alakazam. This week we go up against Monotooi and the Tampa Bay Luxrays. Monotooi is, as we all know, revered as the best battler in Division 2. So he's coming off 2 losses. He'll be hungry for the win, so we need to plan accordingly and try to make that 3 in a row. His team consists of Manaphy, Excadrill, Mega Aerodactyl, Tangrowth, Togetic, Hariyama, Heliolisk, Uxie, and Nidoking. He just picked up Nidoking in the transfer window, and that was something that became a little problematic for me when it came to planning. I planned my team on Thursday with the help of Travesty, and what do you know, Friday he picks up Nidoking and really throws off the whole plan. Hopefully it doesn't do too much. If we can contain it, just got to find out what type it is and deal with it. So to start off with my team, I'm bringing Mamoswine. Mamoswine is almost the same set I brought against Jordinez, except instead of Choice Band, we are going to be Focus Sash. Now, you might be wondering why you're running Max Defense. Well, that's because I can't outspeed Excadrill. I have Icicle Crash, Earthquake, Knockoff, and Stealth Rock. Now, you might be wondering why aren't you running Ice Shard for the Mega Aerodactyl. That's because I don't really plan on Mamoswine losing his Sash if I go up against Aerodactyl. The Stealth Rock are because I plan to lead with my Mamoswine. I plan for him to lead Excadrill. I lead my Mamoswine. He's probably scared of my Mamoswine. He would switch out into, I'm guessing, the Hariyama. I don't know. I've have a general sense of the first 3 or 4 turns if the matchup's there. If not, I'll just hit EQ and do damage to something. But moving on is my Keldeo. Keldeo is a late addition to the team. Originally, I had planned on bringing Cradily, but because of the Nidoking, I needed something to outspeed a Choice Scarf Nidoking. Unfortunately, a Choice Scarf Heliolisk will outspeed the Keldeo, which is why I'm not running max speed. I'm running just enough speed on everything that is Choice Scarf to outspeed the Excadrill. Moving on is the new addition to the team, Alakazam. Alakazam had a couple different sets. Because of the Nidoking, if he goes physical with Sucker Punch, I wanted to bring a substitute on the Alakazam to get the sub off and then proceed to kill it without losing too much of my health. I have enough speed to outspeed the Heliolisk, and I'm running Psychic for the Hariyama, Focus Blast to kill the Excadrill and the Heliolisk, Shadow Ball for the Uxie, and like I said, substitute to find out if Nidoking is physical. The next one I'm bringing is Flygon. Flygon is super important this week because it will outspeed everything on his team except a Choice Scarfed Heliolisk. Outrage is a 2-hit kill on the Aerodactyl as long as there's no investments. U-turn does about 35% to a defensive Tangrowth, Defog to get rid of, rocks, and Earthquake to kill the Excadrill and the Heliolisk. Moving on is Granbull. Granbull is something that, again, I originally didn't have on the team, but Travesty saw the need for it and said it was a must, so I put it on here. It's a defensive, max defense, max HP, impish nature, with Play Rough, Super Fang, Thunder Wave, and Roar. Roar is my way of not being sub fodder for the Manaphy, and if I have Stealth Rocks up, like I plan to do, I can just continuously roar in, roar out the Togetic and the Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl can't really do much to Granbull. You might be wondering, why don't you run Leftovers? I don't plan on Granbull having the item too long. Like I said, if I lead Mamoswine, Hariyama's a very good switch in to Mamoswine. I would think he would predict me switching out, and he would go for knockoff to knock off leftovers, but the Rocky Helmet is there to take the knockoff instead. Granbull can take any one hit from anything, barring a special Nidoking. Finally is the last one I bring in, and this was one that from the beginning I thought, hey, this would be fun to use. And you know what? It might actually work. It's going to be a modest Toxic Orb, Quick Feet Jolteon. Now you might be wondering, hey, why don't you run Volabsorb? He's got a Heliolisk. Well, that's why I'm not running Volabsorb on the Jolteon. He might not even bring Heliolisk, fearing the Volabsorb. Now you might be saying, why Quick Feet? Quick Feet is to outspeed Mega Aerodactyl. I have Protect on there to ensure I get the toxic damage and to outspeed Aerodactyl and one shot with Thunderbolt. I also have Wish to, in case I get too worn down switching in, maybe there's rocks up, I Wish up, possibly on the Manaphy. Manaphy switches out, get my health back. HP Fighter's there to hit Excadrill. It's not an OHKO, and it's might not even be a guaranteed to hit KO, but if I expect the Excadrill to come in, I can hit HP Fire, do some damage to it. That's the team. That's who I hope will bring us to win. Bring us to 3-1-1. Really strange, but we really need this win this week. Like I said, these next 3 weeks are going to be 3 weeks from hell, and hopefully we can pull them out. If not, then we'll try our best next time. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the match and for more PPL D2 action.